Hi everybody, good morning. It's Sunita from Angelic Awakening. I thought I'd just start a bit earlier just to get into the energy. I've just done a meditation. I'm feeling really at peace. Merry Christmas. The Christmas holidays are coming up. It's a nice time of the year to spend with family and friends. So welcome. How I work is I work intuitively. I channel in what the angels want to say on the day for the highest good and with love. So welcome to this video. This is going to be my last video for the year, and then I'll come back next year and do more videos. But welcome. So today we're talking about joy. So the Archangel we're going to be meeting is Archangel Haniel. So Archangel Haniel, see these beautiful turquoise colour. Just felt inspired to wear those colours today. So Archangel Haniel works with emotions, works with the moon, works with water, works with intuition, and works with joy. So she particularly wanted to bring through the vibration of joy today. So we're going to do a quick invocation to welcome her in. So this is beautiful Archangel Haniel. So Haniel is a super powerhouse of an archangel to work with in regards to inner child, emotions, honoring yourself, honoring your emotions, and celebrating and liberating yourself with joy. So we're going to call her in. So we now call in the beautiful Archangel Haniel today to surround us with the vibration of joy, to help us discuss joy in all its aspects, to bring in the vibration of the angels today for you, whoever's watching, and anyone who watches the replay, to get the most out of this video, to allow Haniel to stand beside you today and always, to call in the beautiful turquoise ray and lilac purple. So we're going to now just ask Archangel Haniel to surround ourselves with the beautiful turquoise green and the beautiful lilac purple, gentleness. So when I tuned into her energy today, the first thing she said to me was water. So water can also be connected to the water you're drinking, but also being out in nature surrounded by water. So water is a really powerful tool in regards to emotions, connecting with the elements, connecting with your angels. So if you can get some water to drink for this video, as well as have some water after, that's the energy we're tuning into. So that's beautiful Archangel Haniel. So we're just going to put her up here with all the purples and lilacs today. So I'm first going to read a poem that I channeled through with Archangel Haniel about joy. So this is a poem that I channeled a long time ago, but I feel it kind of resonates with today as well. So the topic we're going to start to talk about is joy. So joy from Archangel Haniel. So while standing still on earth and appreciating the simplicity of life, while taking a breath and smiling, while holding your beloved, this is joy. Joy is all that you can believe is possible. Joy is engagement with all that is in the here and now. Be one with the spirit that is you. The truth of your being whole and complete freedom is complete bliss. Once you become the child which you were born, you experience life through the child's eyes. That is joy. Life is grand and I am happy. You can choose to be happy and joyous. It is your birthright, and it is your time to experience true bliss. Do not wait till you come home to feel the extent of joy. Joy is knowing with complete faith you are loved and appreciated. Joy comes and goes, and so does the sun and the moon. When you hold to what brings you joy, you are forever in your heart and connected to all that is. Joy is a gift from Archangel Haniel. That's a beautiful poem. That was what I channeled a long time ago. So that's Haniel introducing joy, the vibration of joy. So we're just going to call in one of my favorite elementals that help with joy is the fairies. So we're going to call in the fairies today, and we're going to invite them in just to help open us up to upgrade to the new forms of light of joy. So we now call in the beloved fairies and elementals to be with us today, Archangel Haniel, to help us to express joy in all its forms. We invite the fairies into our hearts today. We allow them to play. We allow them to help us to work Allow us to work with joy today if we're at work. Allow us to feel joy with our family and friends. Allow us to feel joy on all levels of our being today, and so it is. So welcome to the fairies. So we're going to tune into the fairies first, just to get us started with. So I bought some beautiful fairy cards. So we're just going to tune into the energy of joy and see what the fairies want to say. So let's go ahead and talk to the fairies. Fairies are beautiful elementals if you want to invite them in over Christmas time, just to help lighten your energy up. Fairies are awesome at helping you with the physical needs of life. So in regards to diet, in regards to abundance, manifesting, fairies are really excellent at that. So let's see what the fairies have got to say. New beginnings. So we've got this fairy godmother here. So it says here, this fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So this fairy godmother here is talking about new beginnings. So we're coming to an end of a tough cycle this year. So the fairies are saying be prepared for all these beautiful new beginnings for next year. Just have a break, have a rest. Joy also just means doing nothing. So joy doesn't have to be doing something fun all the time. Sometimes joy can just come from doing simple things in life. So joy can just be spending time with family and friends, sitting, watching TV. It's the intention behind the joy. So the fairies are saying if you really want to get the most out of your day, set the intention that you're going to be open to receiving all forms of joy today and always. So set the intention, and so it's almost like it gives your third eye or your eyes a way of seeing joy in everything. So also too, the fairies are saying that they're heralding new beginnings. So that's really exciting. They're saying that there's going to be more joy next year, and the vibration of joy is really going to be infused into our everyday life. So the fairies are working really hard to create new beginnings for us. So do invite the fairies in regards to new beginnings. So what else do the fairies want to say about joy? So this beautiful fairy godmother here is saying wait for winter. So the message from this one is that it's almost like, it's not winter, it's summer for us in the southern hemisphere, but it's almost saying just rest. Summer, even though it makes you feel like you want to go outside and keep doing things, it's almost saying just wait, just be patient, allow life to unfold as it needs to. Joy is meant to have a joyous existence means you're not stressing over the finer details, like just waiting and allowing things to unfold as they need to. So the angel's saying one way you can incorporate joy into your everyday existence is by just lifting the load, surrendering it, and just waiting, just being patient, waiting for things to unfold as they need to. And that just helps you to surrender, and it helps to lift the heaviness, because a lot of us adults like to hold on and control things. So a way to help let things go is to invite your fairies and angels and team of light in and say, just take this away from me. I'm no longer wanting to hold on to it and control it, because you know our minds are all about breaking it down and trying to decipher out what we need to do next. They're just saying wait, be patient, wait. So the message over the holidays is just wait, be patient, relax, and joy will happen naturally. You don't need to force joy either. So they're saying as soon as you choose to let go of the heaviness of life, you find that joy kind of sneaks in behind. So they're saying one way to kind of connect with joy is to just let go of the heavy burdens that us adults place upon ourselves. And yes, we're the ones that place it upon ourselves. Even though we have responsibilities, it doesn't mean we've got to take it so seriously. So the fairies are saying just wait. That's a good message. What else do they want to say? Moderation. What a perfect card. So moderation. So it's coming back into keeping us balanced. So a lot of us this year have been far too serious. We've also been working far too hard, and some of it's out of our control. But what they're saying is choose over these holidays, if you get a break, if you're working through, just choose moments of balance. So have a bit of fun, have a bit of like indulgence, and then get back to your balance. So there's nothing, joy means you're being able to enjoy what you're doing in the moment without being fearful of the repercussions. Like, so don't eat that piece of cake and go, God, I'm going to get fat. Eat that piece of cake, enjoy it for what it is, and then move on, because they're saying that joy comes from also every moment by moment, the way you think about yourself. So the way that you do things, like everything is thought, and it's all about moderation and balance. So when you're doing something you kind of feel guilty about, ask the question, why are you feeling guilty? Do you need to be feeling guilty? Are you feeling guilty because you're actually not honoring yourself and honoring your feelings about whatever it is that you're doing? So over the Christmas period, the fairies are saying in order to incorporate more joy into your life, ease up on yourself. Like, just give yourself a break. We're all human. We are living spiritual experiences, but we came to this earth to play. We came to have some fun. Like, I think the most recent messages at my Archangel class were really surprising was that we are far too serious, and we chose to come to this earth plane to have fun, to experience having children, to experience having partners, friends. Like, you can't do that on another planet. So the fairies are saying have fun, but it's all in moderation, like common sense, you know, what's right for your body. So listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, but don't be so hard on yourself. We also, as children, you know, we never, as children, she's saying to be joyous. You don't, that you just see children when they're having fun, they don't punish themselves for having fun. And it's almost like what we adults like to do is kick ourselves after we have that bit of fun, and we start to punish ourselves. So what the fairies are saying, everything's in moderation. So in these holidays, do something for fun, enjoy the chocolate cake, enjoy the cream, whatever it is you feel you want to do at that time, but don't feel guilty about it, because that almost adds to your body retaining the food. It doesn't let it go. So it's like blessing the food. Thank you for this lovely food. Thank you for my family, and when we're eating this food, like, you know, like celebrate. It's time for celebration. It's time for balance as well. So just, yeah, that's the message. The fairies are saying you humans are far too serious. Okay, let's pick up some little cards. Yes, enjoying the energy of the fairies. First card is get some exercise. So as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So the fairy is saying exercise is not meant to be a mental game. Exercise is actually a joyous thing. Exercise can bring so much endorphins, so much health, so much fresh air. Going out for a walk outside, it doesn't have to be considered exercise. So it's the way that we view exercise. And over the Christmas period, you don't need to just stop doing what you're doing. Like, relax and do walks. Just change the way you do things. Or even if you want to go for walks or do exercise, change your mentality around it. Like, make it more fun. It doesn't have to be so like, oh no, I've got to do my weekly gym sessions, and oh my god, what, like, so it's like your mental state. So what the fairies are saying, invite them in if you want to kind of lift the load and raise your vibration in regards to exercise. Just tune into the energy of joy and do it from a joyous place, and you'll find that it's not so much of a burden. It actually will become more of a thing that you really want to do. Good morning, Desiree. So joy is the topic, and joy, how can you relate it to exercise? Just setting the intention that you're going to get the most out of this gym session, you're going to get the most out of this walk, and just be open to receiving joy in all its forms. So being in the here and now, that's your key to enjoying things in life. Is the fairies are saying be in the moment. This is what kids do really well. Kids stay in the moment. This is where they get the most joy out of the moment. They don't think of the past. They don't think of their future. They're in the moment, enjoying what they're doing. So be mindful of where your mind is today and where it is going. Like, each day, practice mindfulness. That's a really good way of having more joy in your life as well. So one more message from the fairies. We've got spring. So I feel this is talking about more that your desires are fully manifesting as the flower begins to bloom. So look at those beautiful flowers opening up. So spring, it means springing into action, enjoying life. So see this picture, it's got a butterfly and a little child in the center of the flower. This is what joy is about. It's about springing into action. It's about taking life as it is and not dumbing it down to make it fit, but you going forward and enjoying life for what it is. Like, whatever the situation, spring into action. It's time for you to step up. It's time for you to rise. It's time for you to choose joy. So see that little girl, she's choosing to look at the butterflies, look up, look to the light. So it's a choice. The fairies are saying joy is a choice. So if you want more joy and laughter in your life, call it in. Start acting on it. Start taking responsibility for it. So really enjoy that energy of joy today. Right, let's tune into some cards in regards to joy. So I wanted to see what Haniel wanted to say about joy. So we'll just hold this card here. So Haniel's saying to me, before I do anything, this is what joy is about. Joy is about having fun and not taking life so seriously. So this is what joy is about. So she's saying put that on while I read messages of joy. So Haniel, what messages do you have for us in regards to joy? So Haniel is about honoring your inner child. So having fun, being silly, not listening to your emotions so much, being in the moment. So, you know, we have periods in life where we get a bit emotional about things, we get upset. It's because sometimes it's to do with the moon cycles, and she's talking about how women in particular are governed by their cycles, are governed by the moon. And there's a lot of many moons ago, she's saying, that women used to be really tuned into their cycles and manifestation and the earth. So this is all still relevant to this day. So Haniel's saying, look into the moon cycles in regards to manifestation. So she's saying you can get a lot of joy out of manifesting things that you really want in life. And if you want to manifest things, Haniel is saying to work with the cycle of the moon. So full moon, new moon, but also honoring your cycles. So she's talking about females in particular, that when we have our periods, it's, sorry to say this disclaimer, that you sometimes get very emotional, and sometimes the emotions come up to be cleared, to be honored, to be listened to. But she's also saying emotions are energy in motion. So they're actually a part of you, but they're not the true essence of you. So when you're really in that turmoil, she's saying to go outside and to rebalance. And she's saying in order to get that balance of joy back into your life, you've got to almost honor those feelings but let them go. Like, don't feed into them, because the more, so you can feel sad, for example, and honor that, but then don't keep adding things to it. So don't keep chucking on top of the fire. You know, if you're really feeling angry about something or emotional about something, go away and write it down, talk to a friend, go outside, like do something constructive with it or be with it. Have a good cry, like honor your emotions. But once that's done, let it go. Because what happens is we tend to kind of keep bringing it back and adding more fuel to the flames. So it almost kind of makes a big fire out of it when it doesn't need to be. And so she's saying a way back to joy is to honor those feelings, because a lot of us like to stuff it down. We're too busy. We don't have time to honor what's going on for us in our lives right now. But Haniel is talking about honoring our cycles. So in honoring our cycles of life. So we have ups and downs in life. Like, be with that. Don't be in such a hurry to go to the next thing, So Haniel is saying a way to bring more joy back into your life is to just honor where you are and say it's okay to be where I am. It's okay to be feeling sad. It's okay to be feeling angry. It's okay. Like, give yourself permission to be in the moment. You don't need to always be in the future or the past. And if you're finding that you're always in the future, bring yourself back. Have a nice cup of tea. Ground your energy. Go and sit under a tree. The easiest way to get yourself grounded is to come back to breath. So take 3 deep breaths and bring yourself back into the moment. And that's as simple as that. So she's saying that we have cycles in life. We have cycles in our body. It's just to go with the cycles, because what's going to happen is our intuition kicks in. So when we start honoring our feelings, we start to honor our intuition. So our intuition is our divine intelligence. So we get inspiration and guidance through our higher self or our soul. And our own soul has a higher power or has a higher intelligence, and that's connected to the great cosmic creator. So if you can tune into your intuition, you have 100% of the answers to all your questions that you have, or answers to all the problems you have in life, if that's how you're viewing it. So intuition is another way of getting connected to joy, because if you're in alignment with who you are, what you're about, and you listen to yourself, you have more ease and grace in your life. So your life doesn't feel so hard. It's like if you have trust for yourself and trust for life, you can live life moment by moment, kind of trusting that it will unfold as it needs to. And I've had moments where you kind of think, oh gosh, I just want to rush to the front and get it over with because I'm so done with this whole thing. But what she's talking about is honoring the cycles, honoring the learning that we go through. And if we honor the growth that we're going through, we honor where we are. It's almost like that's trust, that's kind of listening to our intuition as well, because intuition is connected to your higher self. And intuition can come through dreams, feelings, prompts. It can come through physical elements as well. So your intuition is always constantly connecting with you, but it's whether you're willing to listen. So when you're in a space of joy or a space of peace, you find that your intuition's pretty strong, like you actually know what you need to do next or not to do. Intuition is like a compass, she's saying. And intuition is something she's really good, something that she works with. So if you want to get more in touch with their intuition, Archangel Haniel is excellent in bringing in your connection to your higher self. Because ultimately she wants you to be free. Free to roam this planet with an internal compass that trusts with complete faith. And when you have that, you're able to live your life in a more joyous way. Because joy just means that you're bringing in the ease and grace of this planet, the ease and grace of your higher self into your daily life practice. So intuition is something that we all have. It's not something that no one has. Everybody has intuition. We just have different ways of listening to our intuition or interpreting it. So Haniel is saying, honoring your emotions, honoring the rhythms of life, getting back in touch with your body. So that's another thing. The more we look after our body, the more that we're able to tune into our intuition, because we can get blocked. So in regards to, like, say if you have too much coffee, sometimes that can block you because you're so, say I had 6 coffees, for example. I'd be so fast, race. My mind biologically would be 1,000 miles an hour. You wouldn't be able to feel joy because you'd be in such a hurry. Like that caffeine stimulates you. So just a disclaimer, it's whatever works for your body and does or doesn't work for your body. So she's saying to honor your body as well this Christmas holidays. Like really listen to it. Have a rest if you need to have a rest. Because, you know, pure joy is just being able to be liberated and have a choice to do what you want to do with the freedom of knowing that it's okay to do it. So joy is that complete freedom of honoring yourself, that complete freedom of accepting yourself. Even just listening to your intuition, like what does my intuition telling me today? Do I need to rest? Do I need to go outside today? Do I need to, and listening to those prompts, I've been guided lately to go outside, because a lot of the answers that I'm seeking comes from nature, because I'm connected to animal spirits. So honoring your intuition. And if you're kind of blocked and you feel tired and heavy, just go outside, clear your energy and just be, and then, you know, your intuition will naturally flow. She's talking like a river. The more that we are able to stop ourselves and still ourselves, the more that joy will flow into our life, the more our intuition flows like water. So Haniel is really good in bringing flow back into your chakras. So sometimes your chakras get blocked from being too busy, not eating the right foods, not honoring yourself, stuffing up the anger, stuffing up on your throat chakra. You want to say something to someone but you're not speaking your truth. Like bring the water back into it. So if you want to do a cleanse, go into the shower or have a bath and just set the intention for the shower to wash away anything that's blocking you through your chakras. Go and sit out near water, like go to the beach, go to the lakes, like set the intention that the water's just going to clear away and calm the emotions. So she's talking, Haniel's talking about the more you're able to calm your emotions, the more that you're able to hold the vibration of joy. Because the more still you are, the more you're able to call in the joy. So we're going to call in joy now, the vibration of joy, and just see where it takes us. So the vibration of joy is like love. It's just a different aspect of love. So let's call in. So we now open our hearts today and we call in the vibration of joy to please express ourselves however it needs to within us and around us. Please help us to be open, to be receptive to the energy of joy today in all its aspects, and so it is. So joy for you, like tuning into joy for you right now. What color is it? What is it that you need? Do you need to just sit down and relax? Do you need to go for a walk? Do you need to talk to a friend? Just listen to those promptings, those intuition. So we're going to go to our, we're going to talk about, I've got these inner goddess cards. So the other thing Haniel's really good with is the balancing the divine male and divine female. And the more balanced you are, the more joy you can get out of life, because you're not, it's almost like she's saying the more that balanced you are, you're not toing and froing between polarities. It's almost like if you're balanced or you keep in an even keel, your emotions don't get so much out of whack either. So sometimes it's hormones she's talking. Sometimes it's the fact we're not drinking enough water. Sometimes it's health issues. Like sometimes it's spiritual issues. Like you're not connecting with your masculine is your go, 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 do, do, do. Your divine feminine is intuition, listening, stopping, manifesting from love. So you've got two different aspects to yourself, a male and a female energy. So your left, and you have a left side of your brain and a right side of your brain. And you know how they talk about left side and right side. One's action orientated, one's more like sitting still, intuition, art, creative side. So you do have a divine male and divine female. So I wanted to just tune into the goddesses. So if you are into the goddess energy, you can tune into any goddess from any culture. It's whatever you believe in. I work particularly with Lakshmi, which is an Indian goddess, and also Artemis, and a couple of goddesses will come to me depending on what I need to heal or what I need to learn. But today we're going to be talking about the concepts of joy. How can you bring more joy into your life? So see what the goddesses have to say. This one wants to come out. Right. So this goddess is called Maeve, responsibility. So look at her, very responsible. So her message for us is, in regards to joy, is that you still can have responsibilities, but you just need to prioritize what's important and what isn't. So for example, one example is they're saying use yours, Sunita. So you know me trying to always do the housework, responsibilities. Can you share that responsibility? This is one way to help lighten up the load. Like responsibility, it means to be responsible for something or someone. But the thing is, are you being responsible to yourself? Are you looking after yourself? You are responsible for you, right? So if you're not looking after you, who is meant to be looking after you? There is no one, it's you. So you are meant to be looking after yourself. That is your responsibility. Your happiness is your responsibility. Your health is your responsibility. You are responsible for you first and foremost. This is what this goddess is saying. And then the rest will follow. So the big message to bring more joy into your life is start taking responsibility for yourself. Start taking responsibility, because you can take responsibility for other things, but the thing is you've got to start with you. So take responsibility for yourself. That's how you can bring more joy into your life. Because if you're honoring you and you're doing you, that's all you need to do, because the rest will follow. If you're not honoring you and you're not being responsible for you, then you're going to see blocks and things come up for yourself. So this is the next one. This one wants to pop out. Centering. So this is Tara, white Tara. So White Tara is talking about centering. So how can we bring more joy into our life? By breathing, by staying centered in who we are, because we lose connection with our source. We lose connection with our spirit. We lose connection with our bodies. The disconnection is what throws us. And Tara is saying to bring more joy into our lives. Imagine a beautiful cord going from all the way from the cosmos all the way down into your center, your solar plexus, and the connecting all the way down into the earth. And picture this each day. And set the purpose to call on your angels and guides for this cord to keep you centered and grounded in Mother Gaia, and centered in your truth, and then going all the way up into the light, keeping you connected to source at all times. So keeping centered is a way of bringing more joy into your life. So if you're moving with life, ebbing and flowing, centering yourself and calling in the angels to imagine this beautiful cord running down, connecting to your solar plexus, which is your powerhouse. It's where your power is, and going all the way down into the center of the earth. That cord can ebb and flow. So set that intention today to have a cord. Ask your angels to kind of connect you to your spirit, to your heart, to all your chakras, going all the way down into the ground and keeping you centered throughout the day, so that you're not floating off. You're staying where you need to be. So that's how joy can come into your life. Oh, I love these goddess cards. So next one. This is a long word. It's GYHLD, Galipotist, and it's called synthesis. So this card is saying to me that just purely being yourself will bring joy into your life. Purely honoring that you're here for a particular reason. You're here because you just are is enough for you to bring joy into your life. Knowing that you're a part of this planet, that you're a part of the equation, that you're important, that your life matters. This is what will bring more joy into your life. Realizing your place in the bigger scheme of things. Putting it into a higher perspective. Not seeing life about just you, but it's about everything and everyone, being in synergy with each other. So see that beautiful greenery, that green forest? Everything works together collaboratively. So we all have our part to play. So also honoring our place we have in the world will bring more joy into our lives. Really liking the energy today. Oh, Pachamama. So this is about healing, holding, and holy. So Pachamama is talking about rooted in our truth that we are all one. This is where joy comes from, knowing that we're not alone, that we're doing all of this together, and that we are wholly supported by Mother Gaia, by the Ascended Masters, by your guides, by your loved ones. Pachamama surrounds you with love. She wants you to feel joy because you are just as you are. You are loved. You are supported. You are safe. So Pachamama is talking about also listening to yourself and just getting your basic needs met, like having enough sleep, surrounding yourself with loved family and friends, like getting the basics right, because people get too caught up in trying to do all the fancy spending money here, there and everywhere and trying the new latest gadgets. Like, it's not about that. It's about returning to wholeness, remembering that we're all whole to begin with, that we came in pure and whole and we're going to leave the same way. Pachamama is talking about just being in that truth that you are looked after and you are safe, and that brings more joy to your life, because then you're not stressing about the smaller and finer details of life. So Pachamama is about surrendering to what is and knowing that it's going to be okay. And no matter what the situation, you're always being taken care of by everyone. Everyone, every angelic being. Like, you have so much support right now if you're going through something hard. Pachamama is just reminding you you are safe. Okay, one more card from the goddesses. So this is Lilith. So So she's another goddess, and she's talking about power. So another way of bringing more joy into life is to remember that we have the power and not to give our power away in situations. So Lilith is talking about honoring our power and sharing our power, and knowing that it's not a power that's it's not a power that you hoard like in past Atlantis and all those situations. Power is about living in our truth as individual sovereign beings and honoring yourself, being responsible for yourself, owning your power, and then you can help others, and then you can. So you got to start with you first. You got to honor the power that you bring to this world. Honor the truth of your soul, what your soul brings to this world. What do you bring that contributes to society? Like honoring that, praising yourself for that. And Lilith is also talking about that we hold the power to bring more joy into our lives. We can't expect others to do it for us. And joy is literally the simplicity of life. It's getting back to basics as a child, being in the moment, and remembering to connect with your body and to breathe and just embrace everything that comes along, like the ebbs and flows of life. Like joy is about taking what is happening and turning it around and viewing it through the eyes of a child. So bringing yourself back to innocence, because we are all innocent. We all are children of the Creator. We were all created equally to him or her, whatever you want to define that as. Oh, so I'm going to do a pick a card. So what do you need to know for today about joy in your life? So you get to choose this green number 1, green stone. This moonstone, number 2, and this clear quartz. So if you picked pile number 1, please ask your angels, what do you need to know right now? Your guides, your teachers. So let's pick pile number 1. Right, the green stone, 1, 2, or 3. So just ask. So number 1, green stone. Don't ask me what it is. Moonstone and clear quartz. So we're going to pick pile number 1. So the energy I'm getting straight away for pile number 1 is living from the heart. This is how you're going to bring more joy into your life. So really tune into your heart today and ask, what is it that you really need to do? Because you've picked the green stone, because that's to do with the heart and balance. So this is the message from the unicorns. So delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. So this is a way for you to bring more joy into your life, is to enjoy the simplicity of life. I just said that message. It's just reconfirming. Take pleasure in small things. Count your blessings. So this is how you, pile 1, can bring more joy into your life. Delight. What can you delight in doing for yourself today? Name 3 things that you are blessed for right now. So that's pile number 1. Right, what can you do today to bring more joy into your life? So we're going to do some self messages. So these cards work your light. So your inner temple. So this says here, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. I just talked about that. So if you picked pile number 1, listen to your heart. That's what's going to bring you more joy right now. So inner temple. Create an inner space for yourself. Go within, listen. That's how you bring more joy into your life. Oh, I've got one more card for you. Star Mother. So how can you mother yourself today? So you've been looking after others. How can you bring more love into your life? That's how you can bring more joy into your life. So that's pile number 1. Pile number 2, Moonstone, if you chose pile number 2. Or you can choose whatever message resonates with you. It doesn't matter. They either all can resonate with you or not. So pile number 2 was the Moonstone, if that is what your angels are calling number 1, number 2, or number 3. So we're doing pile number 2, which is the Moonstone. What messages do they have for you in regards to joy? So support. So ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. So how can you bring more joy into your life? Ask for help. That's how you can bring more joy into your life. Lighten the load. Also talk about your feelings. If you're feeling heavy, talk to a friend. Ask for support. Talk to a work colleague. This is how you can bring more joy into your life. Open yourself up to receiving. That's the message for pile 2. How can you bring more joy into your life? Let's see what card. What cards? Oh, you got the same card too. So, how can you be looking after yourself? How can you be honouring yourself? This one's got a slightly different take. How can you... The other pile 1 was more about how can you mother yourself. This is more about same thing, but the energy is slightly different. How can you nurture yourself? So taking a bath, going for a walk, like making space for yourself. So I feel like you need to be making more space for yourself. You're feeling a bit more crowded. So with this energy coming in pile 2, to bring more joy into your life, make some sacred space for yourself. Like honor yourself, but taking time out. So having a rest and listening to yourself. So honoring who you are, honoring your feelings, your emotions. So this card is saying to me that in order to bring more joy into your life, you need to be honoring who you are, and whether you want to be doing things or not doing, or making simple decisions for yourself, like taking your power back and your autonomy with your feelings and your emotions, like not allowing people to have power over you. This is another way for you to bring more joy into your life. Not allowing people's behaviors to make you feel sad. Say you're feeling really happy and light, and then you meet someone and they're really down and like trying to make you go to their level, like choosing not to go there, like choosing that this is your authority, your sovereign being, like you don't have to go to that level in order to feel like what they're going through. Like keep your joy, keep your truth. You don't need to go down to other people's levels. So honoring who you are. And one more card. How can you, pile 2, bring more joy into your life? This is called Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? So there's something that your soul wants you to do. So listen. Take the time to listen. So are you answering the call? What does your soul want you to do? So that's pile number 2. So pile number 3, clear quartz. If you chose clear quartz. Right. What message do we have for pile 3? Right. Oh, 2 cards. Right. So first one is cycles. So how can we bring more joy? Everything has the right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. So if you want to manifest more joy into your life, work with the cycles of the moon. So Archangel Haniel, what a perfect card. So the second card is adventure. How can you bring more joy into your life? Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. So how can you bring more joy into your life? Adventure. Dare to do things differently. So change the way you view things. Look at things differently. How could you do it differently? Could you go on an adventure? Could you try something exciting and new? There's a way forward. There's movement. That's confirmation. What could you do that could bring more joy into your life? That's quite an exciting card. Right, just see card from here. Pillar of light. So how can you bring more joy? Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. What a beautiful card. So remembering that you are the oracle, you have your answers. This is how you can bring more joy into your life. Honor who you are. That's you there. That's you in the center with the wisdom, the strength, and the knowledge, and the know-how of how to bring things into your life. That is the message for pile 3 for that card. You are the oracle. Right. We're just going to tune into these flowers. Aren't they beautiful? Joy. So what do the flowers want to say about joy? The flowers are saying, open your heart right now. Tune into your portal of your heart. Imagine a flower, any kind of flower. So it can be a rose, it could be a lotus flower. Open your heart. See it as a beautiful pink light. So call in the vibration of this flower. allow it to enter to your heart, and ask for this flower to open up and show you what joy means to you. What does joy mean to you? Asking the question. Because joy is so subjective in regards to what makes you light up. So the flowers are saying, listen to your heart, honor the beauty that you are, honor the beauty that you bring to the world, but also by honoring yourself is opening your heart up and listening to what brings you joy. So what brings you joy? Okay, we're going to finally end with some beautiful cards. So I'm going to do 3 messages for all of us as a collective about joy, about life. These are the final messages before Christmas. So these are going to be our beautiful Christmas messages. So, and I've got this deck here. It's called the Flower of Life deck from something Jarvis, an Australian author. But anyway, they're beautiful. So I'm going to read 3 messages for us to end this beautiful, joyous session. Heaps of information today, heaps of just joy. Right, first card we've got, I'm going to read it. It's got knowing. So I'll read the message. It's got this beautiful flower of life, so I'll read it. So it says, within you resides great treasures, vast reserves of strength, courage, wisdom, compassion, and love. Open your heart and acknowledge your treasures that live within you, for this calls forth infinite treasures from out there. You have so much worth. Listen to the whispers from your heart, for maybe it is time to create the life your soul has been nudging you towards. Become aware and sense your body. Connect deeply while you're breathing. Imagine you becoming your breath as it moves into the natural rhythm. Allow thoughts to float by in your mind. There is no need to connect to them. Just feel all being as it is. Open your heart and feel into the very being of you. Move throughout the day and night in the presence of your knowing. Message number 1, knowing. So this is a powerful tool in regards to manifesting joy. Just knowing. Just knowing. Right, message number 2 from the angels. What do they want us to know about joy and awe? Next message, yin and yang. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Begin slowly and deeply. In your mind's eye, imagine a yin-yang symbol representing 2 opposing but complementary forces, something found throughout all of nature. Yin is obviously symbolized as water or earth and considered the receptive female force. Yang is symbolized by fire and wind and is the creative masculine force. While opposites, they are not absolutes. Nothing can exist on our physical plane without its opposite, and neither part is superior to the other. Allow this image to move you to your center, where you feel at one and at peace with your whole being. You are everything. Yin and yang. So we talked about that throughout the video. How can you bring more joy? Rebalancing the divine male and the divine female. One more message, angels. Light worker. You are a light worker. You are here to inspire and enlighten yourself and others to move from fear into love. This will present always in all that you do. You don't have to figure out how you're going to do it, for you have always been doing it. As you allow light to illuminate your inner world, embrace and love all parts of you, and feel yourself shift from fear into love. Today, let us give great thanks to Mother Earth for this incredible privilege of being here. Through co-creation, we anchor our streams of consciousness into her for the joy of creating, expanding, and light working. This brings love and growth for all, you and I, Mother Earth, the solar system, the galaxies, the universe, and beyond. You are the spinning light into the web of life. Light worker. And we're just going to do a closing message. Oh, okay, I'm just going to hold this here. And I'm just going to put this here. So, as you watch this video today, Archangel Haniel honors you, honors your light as a light worker. She asks today that you carry forth the light and all its glory and all its joy. Archangel Haniel says to you watching, you are the light, you are the love, you are the way, you are the joy. Be joyous in who you are, be joyous of your creations, be joyous just to be joyous. Honor you as a sovereign being, honor your feelings, honor your strengths, honor your weaknesses, honor all that is you. Honor your beauty, honor how far you've come, honor what you bring to the world, and honor how you share this love in the world. Archangel Haniel says, from all the angels, archangels, and divine beings, Merry Christmas, and enjoy your time with joy with your family and friends. Cherish those ones that you love. Cherish all that is. Wrap your arms with love around each and every one. Know that you are well, you are safe, and you are protected. And Archangel Haniel brings you the gift of peace. So just place your hands on your heart. Thank you. She is saying, thank you and thank you. The light in me sees the light in you. So thank you for all the support this year with my Angelic Awakening with Sunita business. It's good, it's growing. Thank you to all my family and friends that have been supporting me, honoring me. Thank you to my archangels, ascended beings, for getting me to where I am today with courage and strength. They're saying to me, remember that nothing is impossible, all is possible. So if you want to manifest things into your life, don't think that it's absolute no. Don't take setbacks as a way of like hindering you. Move forward with strength. Know that sometimes you're throwing things along the way as a light worker to test you, to build resilience, to build strength, to bring capabilities. Just remember that you are loved and you are supported, and that there's always a way forward. So have a Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll be re-looking at what I'm doing next year. So I'll be doing more Reiki treatments, I'll be doing angel treatments, I'll be doing angel classes. So there'll be a whole new thing I'll be bringing next year. And I'm really excited. So I just want to say, honoring all of you, lots of love, and please take joy into the world today. And take these angel messages and share them with people with love. So love and light to you all. Merry Christmas.